Hello, my friends. I thought it would be fun to get out and go walk. I'm having problems. And bring you all with me to encourage you to get outside and take a walk if you can, or go get on your treadmill, or go do yoga or something like that. I hope you all are having a good on-plan day. I just finished dinner and was sitting on the couch and looked outside and thought, it actually looks really nice this evening. We have had rain. Hey Zoe, how are you? We have had rain the last few days, so we actually have a little bit of a breeze or something happening. Hi Jeannie. So, PSU girl did a 20-minute walk on the treadmill. That is fantastic. I have been eating Simply Filling for a couple of days to kind of get myself off of all the, you know, like when you go out to eat a lot and stuff like that. So yesterday I had a really good Simply Filling day, and then all day today I was also doing Simply Filling, so that was fun. I wonder if I should go, let's go this way. I have my new shoes on. Sorry, the sun might be in back of me. I'll try to get my head to block it. But kind of my plan of attack right now is to eat more filling foods and obviously track and keep points. But because I've been so munchy hungry, I thought it would be fun to eat more Simply Filling stuff. Hey Erica, oh my gosh, you're on here live. That's so cool. I love it when that happens. I'm glad you're here. So yesterday I made another one of those frittatas from the Weight Watcher cookbook, where I did 6 eggs from Dakota's sister has chickens. So I did 6 eggs. I did a cup of cottage cheese. I did a cup of fat-free mozzarella. I did a cup of broccoli, salt and pepper, and then I did some Parisian spice, and I cooked it all at 400 for about 30 minutes, and it was really good for breakfast. And then I made some chicken tortilla soup and had it with brown rice for lunch. So yeah, and then I had a couple of veggie burgers for dinner. So I am just feeling full of myself this evening and wanted to come hang out and talk about hobbies. So the doctor that I work with, hey Melissa and Donna, the doctor I work with was talking to a patient recently, and they were talking about hobbies, and it got me to thinking a little bit about when I get stressed out, I make eating my hobby. And I kind of drop all the other things that round me out as a person. And oh, it's raining in Rhode Island. That's a bummer. So why do I do that to myself? And I honestly believe that hobbies, and I'm talking about doing things that you enjoy outside of work or school or cleaning the house. That's what I'm defining a hobby. It could be anything. It could be exercise. It could be, you guys have seen I do planners, but I also like to do crochet and knitting. It could be cooking. That's a dangerous hobby. It could be shopping, equally dangerous. But when I get stressed out, I sort of drop everything, self-care wise, and I don't participate in hobbies that could help me get out in the community. I tend to self-isolate. I don't know if you guys do that. So the doctor that I work with was talking to this patient and telling the patient that number one, they need community. Number two, they need a hobby. And what he suggested, and what I thought was really cool, was he wrote out a prescription for the patient. He said, every night, I want for you to write down 2 things that you're going to do tomorrow for yourself. I'm gonna get run over. Oh, thank you. I want you to do 2 things, or write down 2 things that you're gonna do for yourself tomorrow that are self-care. And they aren't, you know, go pick up the dog's medicine, or clean out the closet, or, you know, go get your eyes checked. He's talking more like things that really feed your soul, not your mouth, not your stomach, but feed your spirit and your soul, that are real self-care. And I'm sitting there listening to him, like, while he's talking to the patient, and I'm like, I never sit down at night and write down a list tomorrow of a couple of things that I'm going to do self-care wise. I write down stuff like I'm going to drink water, I'm going to try my food. But do I really write down like hobbies or things that I enjoy? Maybe walking is something that you really enjoy and love, and it's part of a hobby for you. Something that you just feel like kind of completes you a little bit. So I want to challenge you guys tonight to get a pen and paper and write down 2 things that you're going to do for yourself tomorrow that takes care of you. And I want it to be something that you love, something that you really want to do for yourself. I don't really know what those 2 things are yet. I think one of them is going to be that I am going to go through my yarn. I have a lot of yarn stashed away, and pick out a couple of skeins of yarn and start some scarves for my coworkers, because I want to knit scarves for them. And knitting is such a good way to stay out of the kitchen. Oh, somebody just said that they're going to buy books, or buy a book. That is such a good idea. Yeah, go buy a book. Myrna says she's a quilter and she does quilting every day. So Myrna, tonight, what are you going to write down? 2 things that you're going to do for yourself tomorrow. Anita, what are your 2 things that you love and want to do for yourself tomorrow? It's not as easy as you think. Like, I'm like, tomorrow I want to eat brownies. I'm like, no. Though I love eating brownies. Brownies don't necessarily serve me, and I don't think that they count as self-care. Hey, Relentless Pursuit of Shade. I'm just taking a walk and chatting and trying not to get run over. Oh, it's so pretty over here. Maybe I'll, oh, sorry. I stink at this. Oh gosh. No one ever said I went to film school. Look, it's so pretty out here. This is like an old school building. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to try to angle up. I live in a little old town, and this is like a big field that they do soccer on. But it's really a pretty night. We've got like a little bit of a breeze. Yeah, DB2 it is. I love old buildings. I'm actually walking up to my brother's house. So my brother gets here in a few weeks. His car and everything ships from Hawaii. Their cars, their dogs. They have to get so many things across the ocean to move here. And what they do is they get a big container and they fill it with all their stuff, and then they ship the container across the ocean. And then it will get here, and they usually store your container until you get here. And they're flying into California, and they're gonna go do Disneyland, and I think drive up the coast or something. But I'm enjoying walking over to their house lately, because I can just sort of have some quiet time and say some prayers and talk to you guys. So, but yeah, everyone says, oh, you're back in orbit. I do. I feel a lot better and like I'm making some progress again. I was listening to Fat Dag this morning, and he was reading an email that he had gotten. If you guys wonder who I'm talking about, I talk about Fat Dag a lot, Fatdag, because I think he's one of my main sources of inspiration right now. But he was talking about being up on the scale and being okay with it. And then he was also talking about being really focused. I'm on the train tracks right now. And the amount of focus that you have to have in order to lose weight. I don't know, everything he talks about just kind of resonates with me. So, but anyway, that's all I wanted to do was just come on and talk to you all about a prescription for self-care. And I really, the past few weeks had made eating my hobby. And it got me back up about 10 pounds. There's much better things that I can do with my time. So that's my little thought for the day for you all. Not much else to say. I have a vlog of what I ate today. I'll probably stick that up. But I am trying to vlog every day this month and trying to get my 10,000 steps. So if you hadn't taken a walk today and you can take a walk, go take a walk. If you haven't had your water today and you can go ahead and drink some water, drink some water. If you haven't tracked your food today, get your tracker out. You could backtrack your food. And remember that you can push the reset button right now and start all over again. So stay in orbit, friends, and thanks for listening. I'll go back and read your comments when I'm not likely to fall over and die in doing so. Hey Pat, you didn't miss me, girl. This is going up on YouTube, just watch it. Sending love to you all. Stay in orbit. Take care of yourselves. Bye.